Welcome back. Greetings from Margaret River. We're here for the fourth stop of the Championship Tour, the Margaret River Pro. It is Saturday, approaching 11 a.m. Beautiful shot there of the box, the judges' perspective of this wave, getting a real good look at it. And out in the lineup, we've got Jesse Mendes going up against Coffin. Drops into this one late on the backhand. And this thing is going to bowl wide open for the exit. Ronnie Blakey with Barton Lynch. Great heats that we've seen unfold here this morning, Barton. This is another interesting one with a goofy footer up against a regular footer. And both these young guys hungry for a big finish.
Certainly been one of the areas of massive improvement is the backhand tube riding from the goofy footers. Pipeline being the great example where the back door is where the big points are. Jesse Mendes late, furiously paddles in, jumps up, grabs, holds the rail and manages it beautifully. That'd be a real confidence booster and a great settler, if there is such a thing, at this wave for Jesse Mendes. Deep, you see a little free fall there, Ronnie, and the rest was as clean and beautifully managed as can be.
Love that angle. You can really see the wave stepping out, all those different contours in the face because of the different depths of the reef just below the surface there.
Look at the size. Some of the angles show you the size of these waves better than others. That one, look at the positioning. Beautiful wave, great positioning right from the takeoff. Maximise the time in the tube. You can see our water patrol in the foreground just going, yeah, brother, beautiful one.
He's got to deal with the reef and the Dolphins on this drop.
Oh,
and they're sharing the wave with him and he tucks in. What a moment for the Californian. Huge pit, spat out. And that is the reply he needed. Jesse Mendes, a 6.83. What an exchange to kick this one off.
Oh, and the Dolphins, as you said, can't wait to see the replay.
Second Dolphin drop in we've seen in this event. Chloe Andino rode a wave at main break the other day, but have a look at this shot. That's something special.
And they pulled in and out so as to not interfere with him.
Whoa.
And here's the angle. Look at this. Oh, it was a massive pod of Dolphins and it was a massive tube. Interesting to see the impact of what happens after the tube. When he comes out of this one and he stands up and he thinks he's got it, and then there's that little catch of the rail and the fall. We've seen how sensitive the judges are about those incompletions. Surely not there.
Mate, if you're going to give him an incompletion on that, you may as well give the Dolphins an interference.
Yes, exactly. Look at this shot. That is the thing that just, as a surfer, you know, we've seen other sports, golf, tennis, even, you know, Formula One racing, but our interaction with nature, the intimacy that we share with that rawer part of life is one of those things that makes being a surfer, and even in these situations, being a professional surfer, something that is just so special. And Coffin there, that was one of those ones where you get it all in one.
Oh, let's have a look at it again. This will never get old. This is going to be one of the most memorable rides of Connor's life.
Yes.
In a jersey. For that to happen here, his first ride in this heat.
I'll be interested to hear in the interview or after the heat whether he knew they were there, how much focus he had on them, or whether his mind was totally engrossed in that moment of making that wave, because it was a critical late drop.
Sometimes you've got to really gun into it to get over that step. Other times you're pacing yourself so you can position yourself nice and deep. Connor just goes looking for a backup number. Probably not a bad idea.
Oh, great idea. Absolutely. You know, we've seen people coming up one wave short. Gabriel Medina's a great example of that. And so the food and the produce is top shelf as we see. That drone shot, it looked like it was the red jersey, looked like Coffin having another dig. Jesse Mendes holding on to that priority, being patient, and Connor just lapping up the leftovers there. Beauty and extraordinary raw natural gems. Here we go, Jesse Mendes on one of those gems.
Great technique on the drop, but this wave is just a little too far out in front. 18 minutes to go. He's in second spot. Doesn't need a lot to claim the lead, but despite the fact he had the big drop there, it just didn't feel like it's going to be the 2.61 that he needs. Seems the conditions are really cleaning up at the moment, Barton. Some high quality waves rolling through.
And given your exposure and experience at this break would determine which type of wave you're looking for.
Coffin has a reputation for throwing himself into some pretty big waves. Spends a lot of time on the North Shore. But I feel like today a lot of the competitors on the Championship Tour are going to catch the best waves they've ever had here in Margaret River.
Oh, throaty one.
Here we go, Connor Coffin. Just fading back on this one, just trying to find a bit of cover down the line here. It's not really a place you can afford to sit away from the actual takeoff zone, and you just won't get the numbers.
Jockeying and positioning to get into the right place for this one. Look at it, drawing off the reef already. Swinging, Connor Coffin late. Woo, big one.
Well, gets a great entry into this one. It's holding open, and he hangs on. He did so much great work to get to that point, but he's basically blinded trying to exit that barrel. Goes over the big step and can't stay on his feet, but, well, there'll probably be some credit on that ride just to get to where he did.
It can be difficult. Look, one of the bigger waves of the day, late, makes the takeoff, pulls round, gets inside, ledging, chandeliering, and then he looks like he's on his way out, and he just drops to the tippy toes. But look how difficult that wave is to ride.
Oh, and the crowd, the huge crowd down here at Main Break Margaret River watching this one unfold, along with some of the competitors in the draw. Have a look at the drop. Plenty of photo moments on this ride.
This is an incredible wave. Massive set, one of the biggest waves of the day, and you can see it chandeliering off that outside ledge. Not a clean, easy one. Gets into the barrel, holds it, and then it's sort of got this moment of opening, and it just breathes and opens up, but he comes off the ledge, goes all straight-legged.
Swung late on that one, didn't have priority, and almost exited what would have been the wave of the heat. Here goes Jesse Mendes, trying to turn it at 5.51. I think he understands that even though that was an enjoyable view, it's not going to be the number he needs.
But it's an experience from this exposure to this wave. A lot of people don't come here focusing on this wave. They're focusing on Main Break Margaret's and warming up there and doing their surfing there. And I think today we're seeing the difference between those who have spent some time out here and those who haven't.
Definitely, but Heat 8 is in the bag. It gave us one of the highlight moments of the event. Connor Coffin taking the win and sharing a wave with a pot of Dolphins out there. Stay with us after the break. Felipe Toledo is taking on Jack Robinson.